Hi there. Welcome back to I'm Just Saying. I am the Urban Princess, and today I'm going to be reviewing Love in Hip Hop Hollywood. This is the second season, episode 7, called The Truth. Now, I have made this tape about 100 times, so hopefully this one will take. I know it's late, darlings, but I'm trying to get the season done, and I apologize for this late review. That be saying, let's go in. This whole episode, this was probably the best episode so far of the season. This is the episode where Miles reveals to Amber that he's gay. Um, the season opens, the episode opens up in the psychologist's office from last week. I just learned that the psychologist's name is Stacy Casper. And she's pretty much telling Miles it's time for him to tell Amber the truth. And he should get himself ready. At this point, that's when Amber comes sashaying into the room, and she is initially happy because she's here thinking that she's going to have this is a session about their relationship because they're at couples counseling. As she sits down, he goes into that he loves her a whole lot. So you're supposed to start off with something positive. Then he starts talking about he's been dealing with this issue bottled up inside him for a very long time, and it has caused him humiliation and embarrassment. Now, this is where I can see Amber's face is really like what is going on here. And then he just pretty much told her that he's gay. He's gay and he's in a relationship with another man. Now, all over the internet and social media, everybody has been kind of bashing it as saying that this is fake, it's all staged and everything. And I just feel as though, number one, that if this is staged, and it could be, then Amber deserves to be an actress and not a rapper because she is really, really good. Because she gave us everything in this scene. Also, everyone has made comments about how Amber looks, like how manly she looks. She's really a transvestite. I think that this is really hurtful comments that people need to stop saying this. Because number one, she has a child. Now, we all know there are women out there that look manlyish. Just like there are men out there that looks very feminine. Okay? So she's just a handsome woman, but she is a woman. Okay? So you calling her a man and telling her how to untuck her stuff between her legs, that's cruel. And she has a child. So they need to stop doing that. I mean, let's just agree to the fact that she's not Hollywood pretty. So come on, like she's not a Nicki Minaj or Beyonce or Sierra. She's manlyish looking, but she's a woman. That being said, that's one reason why I think that she was so close to Miles. Miles is probably one of the few men in her life because she lives in California. You're supposed to look a certain way like Nicki or this kind of caliber of beauty, and she doesn't. I'm not saying she can't get a man. She obviously got one to have a child. But at the end of the day, Miles is probably the only one that treats her like she wants to be treated, like a princess, like puts her on a pedestal. He gives her the qualities. I'm thinking probably like this whole put me on a pedestal kind of reaction, and yet he got that thug exterior, and she probably doesn't get that too often. So she had a nervous breakdown. She fell out in there when he told her that. She instantly said that everybody warned her and told her that he's gay, and she didn't listen, and she was embarrassed. She really had made you feel like she was embarrassed just sitting there. She got up and tore off the mic and ran out the door. She ran out the door and collapsed onto the street. One of the female producers came out there and just laid on her and helped her, just comfort her. Guys, she just cried and screamed that he did this to her. How she wanted to just talk. She just wanted her mom. She just wanted to talk to her mom. She said that in high school, everybody said he was gay, and she defended him. So she did have an inkling that he was gay. And then she also was laying out there crying and saying that she was going to tell everybody what's going on. Stacy and Miles came out there. Miles couldn't really say much to her. I don't think he was equipped to say anything to her. Stacy said try to talk to her, but she's on the ground, writhing around in pain, and she's having a fit. So they got her to the floor, off the ground, and into the car, and she just, you know, was just talking about how, she did say she did love him. She still loves him, but she could not face him at this moment, and it was okay. So Stacy tried to explain to her his side of the story, how he felt bad for keeping that secret all this time, but he did keep it. Amber is right. He should have told her, but she said it doesn't matter. It was never going to be an easy thing to tell her. And but she just wanted to get out of there and go home, so she did. Stacy later in the session, Miles made the comment of, "I think this is worse because I think I ruined her and broke her heart." And Stacy said, "Well, you didn't ruin her. She's well, not ruined, but you did break her heart." Later on in the episode, she's laying in the bed reflecting about what happened, crying when her grandma or grandmom, because she has a glamorous grandmother, she doesn't have a regular. Her grandmother rides. It is. I think the comments on the internet is right. She does look like an older version of Beyonce with the blonde hair and all the like done makeup and the outfit. She comes in and says, "What's going on, baby? What's going on?" And she tells her about the session, how she went there for a couple sessions, and Miles ended up telling her he's gay and he's sleeping with a man, and she suspects that it is Milan because she knows Milan is gay. And the grandmother said, "Oh my God, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it." She felt very vindicated, which made Amber feel even worse because then she said, "Well, my grandmother knew. How the heck I didn't know?" But the grandmother told her, you know how grandmothers do, like, "No, baby, you are human. You would not have known. You are human. You was in love with this man and he hurt you and lied to you. You are not stupid for not knowing. Even though I knew and everybody else knew, you are not stupid. You were the one in love, and it's not gonna tear you apart. You're gonna be able to bounce back from this." So I guess Miles reacting to the fact that she did say she was going to tell everybody, including his family, her family, and I guess anybody who would care. Um, he went to visit his oldest sisters that he's close to tell them himself. And he sat down with them at the kitchen table and he explained to them, "Look, I went to this session. I told Amber that, I'm gay and I've been with a man and we're not, I'm gay, pretty much." And they were like, "Oh my God, does that mean you slept with a man?" And I'm thinking, like, "Well, what do you think gay is?" Yes, he slept with a man. So he said yes, he has a friend, Milan, and he is dealing with him. And they just, it's like, "Oh my, are you saying F you to God? Are you throwing away your morals?" And he's about to pass. You can see he's in pain for just revealing this to them. And they're not helping, and they were saying that they wanted him to have their nieces and nephews, but he said he was so conflicted about who he was and what he was going through that he was thinking about killing himself. And then the one sister kept saying about a bad decision. You don't decide to be gay. He is gay, and yeah, he's gay. So, and you got to let that go. But at the end of the I guess scene, they did say they would support him. They did say they would support him. So it seemed like they already knew, but this is kind of like more of a stage scene. The other things were just that went on in the episode was Nia and Nikki and the new girl Shonda. They were working out in the park when Nia brought up the fact what happened between Nas and her and Soldier Boy at their meeting. Nikki took offense to it. Like, this is my girl. Why would that girl do something like that? So Nikki said, "Look, I'm going to her store opening. And when I go there, I'm going to let her know about herself," which made Nia feel better. But she wants Soldier Boy to change. No, Soldier Boy not going to change. Soldier Boy is one of these young boys that's all up in himself. And he's not going to change for Nia. She's either going to be on about it or not. The other scene is Tierra and Ray J met up at their secret location. Ray J pretty much just called her out on her little fake friendship, asking her what's up with that. Tia really, and he was right about that, but Tierra was like, "Oh, she really had much to say," so she called, telling him he's Jinx and he called her Jinx and stuff like that. And pretty much he just said, because of her and the Princess not together, and he just want her to leave him alone and don't bring him up no more, because and they both got in their cars and drove off. The other issue that came up was Brandy, and her marriage with Max. She met up with her friend Tiny, who's T.I., the rapper's wife. What to say about T.I.? Now, I mean, Tiny. She, is a rumor, allegedly, that she went to Africa, and since she always wear the color contact lenses, she had her eyes color permanently changed to this glassy gray. And when I looked at them, it was like looking at a stained glass window. But she and Brandy got together, and she's telling her what happened about the studio, how Max and her got into it, and then he threw the ring away, and then he just disappeared on her, and she felt disrespected. Tiny was like, "Look, girl, that is bad, but Brandy, you staged her up. You act crazy. She's called her different. She pretty much just said, well, look, if you want to get your husband back, you got to kind of admit to your fault and kind of lean, just kind of chill a little bit and be a little bit more humble. And I guess Brandy been without Max for so long, she don't care. Meanwhile, Max is hanging out with Fizz. Fizz is in the studio. I don't know if he's trying to drop a singer or just in this booth taking up time. He's rapping. When apparently they're friends. So when he came out the booth, Fizz started talking about Nicki. I mean, he loves Nicki. He wants to make an album with Nicki. I didn't even know Nicki could sing or rap, but apparently he said he wanted to get her involved in the music business. And then Max was talking about what happened between him and Brandy and how he threw the ring away because he felt like, she just, his career is important to him. And when she busts through the studio like that, she really is putting his career in jeopardy, and she is. Fizz is like taken back by all this. He's thinking like, you're in a relationship and you're married. And he said, I'm a player. But if I was in a relationship with somebody, I wouldn't do something like that. Like he advised him like, look, you need to make Brandy understand I'm in this studio not to cheat on you, because Max did say he did not cheat on her. He don't mess with the thoughts that comes in his, or the groupies that come in his studio. He's just there for the music because that's his love. And he also wants to be a good father. I don't he kind of put her last, the career, the son, and then her. But so he told him like, look, I would just make it up with her. And then there's another scene where they're in the bedroom. She's laying in something sexy and nice. She's got a tray full of fruit. Looks like appear to be champagne. She's hopping all over him, telling him like, look, baby, I'm sorry about what went down. I'm going to try not to be like that anymore. He's shocked by what she's saying. But he goes on to say, I'm also sorry. I should value the ring more. And matter of fact, he pops out another ring and gives her a ring. So it seems like they're back on, together. And what else happened here? Yeah, so there is a scene when Nia is in the restaurant with Soulja Boy. Apparently he's taking her out as part of his campaign to get things back on track. Nia is sitting there looking bothered, like she's disappointed, and she's got an attitude. Pretty much she felt misled by his actions. Like, she said he should have told her what's going down with Nas. And then Soulja Boy, being the young boy that he is, he sitting there with this crazy looking hat on his head, talking about like, oh, well, I'm taking you out to eat. I apologize. Pretty much, it's over. I didn't mean to do that, and I'm not going to do it again. But then she said, well, you always doing it, though. You always doing it, and then you sleep with my friend. He said, I understand that's your friend, and I shouldn't have slept with your friend. But at the end of the day, your friends are thoughts, and your friends are on my job. And, he says he makes $25 million. I seriously doubt that he makes $25 million. But he's a millionaire, or close to a millionaire, and that she got to understand that's how it goes, and she need to get over it. And he's just getting tired of talking about it. And then she says, what I like is I can't do nothing with a sorry. And he's just like, you know what? Then he said, I don't have to be with you. He said, but this is Nia's man, and this is what she signed up for. So Anyway, um, the last scene that I'm gonna talk about is about Nikki does go to that store opening at Nas's. Now, in the beginning of the scene, Nas is standing there. She's holding a glass of champagne. She's obviously happy that she's got the store. And they have, say, hey girl, what's up? She says, hey girl, what's up? And then Nas asks her, like, when do you want me to set these models up for your fashion show? And Nikki is like, ooh, well, I don't want you to do that anymore. I got something else going on. So I know Nas is like, well, okay, so what's going on? And then that's when Nikki, to me, oversteps her bounds and be like, stop. Why you pushing on my girls, man? Why you see Nia with her man? What's wrong with you? Why you can't you understand and respect the relationship? And Nas was like holding her champagne, like, okay, well, first of all, you need not to do this at my store when I'm on opening day. I don't blame Nas. But she also pointed out, look, I don't know how you have room to talk. When last season, and if you watched the last season, she's talking about her relationship with her man, Molly Mal, and his side chick, Masika. So she said, you in the same situation. You need to worry about your own and leave me alone. And then, Nikki took offense, like, oh, well, you are disrespectful, you nasty. You need to stop pooching on people's men, and you ain't got no values. You should value yourself more. Now, it looked like, and this is which funny happened in the scene. It looked like she threw up in that moment and threw it on Nikki. But I think what was happening is her and Nikki were arguing. She was getting sick off some cheap champagne, and we all know if you drink that cheap champagne, it'll make you sick. I don't know if she had anything to eat when she was sipping on it, but she was sipping on it, and she went to tell her to go. You need to go. But when she said you need to go, she must have exhaled and started throwing up. And then Nikki using that, you seeing that, oh, you throwing up, oh, you nasty, you nasty. So she got mad because you're like, oh, shoot, you're mad. And she took her rest of her drink and threw it on Nikki. And then here comes security trying to, like, keep the fight. Now, Nikki's not a fighter. I don't know why she starts this with the people. But then she just kept throwing up. And I started thinking, like, oh, I hope she ain't pregnant. But I just think that she had very cheap champagne and she just probably didn't eat. She's like this skinny. So who knows? But they got into it. And see, I think Nikki is immature when it comes to this because she's sitting there like, oh, we look at you all thrown up on. I'm still beautiful. People standing there trying to buy merchandise. And, that's embarrassing. You don't go to nobody's job and talk about something like that. Then, it's been. Anyway, she's lucky she didn't get punched in the face. But anyway, that's the whole scene of the whole episode. It was good because I think Amber made this episode, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next episode. So thumbs up if you like the video, and thumbs down if you don't. But please don't. But most of all, subscribe to my channel. I need the followers, and I look forward to going through the next review. And everybody take care and have a good day.